and welcome back to Sight Unseen. My name is Zoe, and if you are new here, make sure you guys give that big subscribe button a smash and also give this video a big thumbs up. In today's video, I wanted to kind of do a in-depth video about getting a guide dog. I know a few of you have asked me to do this because the process is really long and kind of hard to explain, and so I thought I would take a few minutes to kind of explain it to you guys. So, if you guys are new here, then my name is Zoe, and I am on my way to, I guess, getting a guide dog. I actually just got the call this morning that they have officially found a match for me. Like, they have an official dog that is the right one for me, and I am going to class on July 22nd. So I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a rundown. So, when you decide to apply for a guide dog, there are a few things you should know. First of all, you have to have at least 2200 vision, which means you're legally blind in at least one eye with the best correction possible. So, for example, the glasses I'm wearing are the best correction possible for me, and they don't actually correct my vision at all. They just make things closer. So the best correction possible is still basically the same vision I have with them on or off. And I am totally blind in this eye, so I'm already legally blind in one eye, and then I have almost 2200 vision in this eye. So, yes, that is why I applied for a guide dog. Something else you should definitely be aware of is that, oh, sorry, my camera's moving. You need to have really proficient cane skills. So if you were a blind person looking to go into getting a guide dog, or that's something that interests you, you really need to have, like, amazingly good cane skills. And feel really comfortable traveling alone, or else they would never give you a guide dog if you weren't confident and independent in yourself. So step number one to getting a guide dog is first researching the guide dog schools. That's what we call them, guide dog schools. Some of the really good schools are, of course, Guide Dogs for the Blind, Guide Dogs of America, Leader Dogs of the Blind, Guiding Eyes, and then obviously the best and number one school, the Guide Dog Foundation. That's my school. So those are just a couple of the schools. Guide Dogs for the Desert is also a big one that's located up on the West Coast. So if you live there, definitely check that out if you're visually impaired. But first step is research the school. Second step is, if you find a school that you like, submit an application. Usually it's online and you submit the application. The third step is you will get a phone call scheduling you to set up a phone interview where this school will ask you a lot about your home life and what your daily schedule looks like, where you travel most often, and how you travel, who you travel with, and all that kind of stuff. Sorry about that. Then they will ask to either have you send in a video, or they will send a representative out to where you live to have you do a demonstration of your cane skills so that they can see how well you really travel independently. After that, step number 5 is to, they will usually send you a big packet of paperwork that has your medical information, anything about your psychological health, things for your PCP to fill out, things for your ophthalmologist to fill out, things for your parents to fill out if you're under 18, or for you to fill out if you are over 18. And just all that kind of stuff, HIPAA and everything, you send that back, and then you wait on your official acceptance. I was accepted February 26th of 2019, and then after your official acceptance, they say, let us look for a dog for you. Then usually your school will call you and say, hey, we have this class date open. If we find a dog for you, would you like to come? That's what happened to me on May 14th. They called, they said, hey, we have this class date open July 22nd. Do you want to come? And I said, yes, I would love to come if you have a dog for me. And they were like, great. This morning I got the call and they said, hey, we want you to know that we have a match for you. Are you still good for July 22nd? And I said, yep, great. Then once you decide on like a legitimate class date, your school will send you a bunch of like pre-class paperwork, which is just, they ask you to list some medications that you're on. They ask you about any dietary restrictions and just some standard paperwork type things. And after that, you go to guide dog school. Depending on what school you go to, your class can either be 2 or 3 weeks, really depending on the school. But that is basically the guide dog process. People think it's a lot easier and a lot more simple than it actually is. The whole entire process usually takes anywhere from like 10 to 12 months. Mine took about 11 months. So, I mean, it's not a short process by any means, but it's definitely a well worth it process. It's a process that really is worth it in the end, and you really do end up really enjoying the end result. So, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about guide dogs, what they do, what tasks they'll do, what their work is like, and how often they work, what breeds they are, or anything, please feel free to comment those down below. Also, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and remember to smash that subscribe button on your way out.